Hey everyone, I wanted to do an episode 3 of the King Eternal Monarch just to give my opinions on the K-drama and also hear from you all what you guys thought of the K-drama. I have really enjoyed Lehmann Ho K-dramas, and I think the King Eternal Monarch, it did take a little bit of time for me to warm up, and I think where it warmed up was definitely episode 3. So to get right into it, Lehmann Ho is Gon, and he's our king, he's the royal guy, and our leading lady, her character's name is Terra, and so she and Lehmann Ho's character, they had a difficult time getting together right from the start. I don't know for me if that was the best way to start off this drama, just because the chemistry wasn't there right from the start, so I felt a little bit like distant from our leading couple. So thankfully Lehmann Ho has a lot of charisma. He's got just such handsomeness, and he really owned the character that he was in. So I felt like that part was really good, and he spends most of episode 1 and 2 convincing Terra that he's a king, that he really adores her, loves her, and he pretty much grew to love her because of the having her police ID. Since he was a child, he was thinking that she saved him somehow, which is true. There wasn't any other reason why he would have this ID otherwise, and he found her in a parallel universe. So definitely the energy around the world, the universe is telling him that they need to be together. So she's still not believing him. She's still kind of like being very snarky with him, but luckily he finally just gets a little bit more character and calls her a bear because she doesn't believe him, kind of thick, but it gets cuter. I'm glad that it gets cuter. So Taylor wants to see this magical gate, so Gong takes her there, but it's pointless because he forgot the flute. The flute's the magic that opens the parallel universe. So kind of that part was a little bit like, well, why did you take her there? You should take her to the hotel, then to the gate when you had the flute. But hindsight 2020. So I thought this next moment was really funny. The cop, there was a confusion because they thought the gangster cop was actually the gangster, and he's so funny. He's pretty much the comedic relief in this drama, and he's so fun. He's cute in his own quirky way, and I thought that was fun to break up the seriousness of this drama. It's not a romantic comedy, but it definitely needed some comedy. Then you see back in the King universe that Young also has a love interest. It's not really developed in this drama. There's just little hints of it, but it kind of shows his interaction with his lady in both worlds, and how he doesn't really quite win her over in the other world. So that's kind of fun. Gon and Unsub, who is Young's parallel universe character or person, they have a very good bromance going. So Lehmann Ho has very good chemistry with both of Udo Hwan's characters. Young in his own world in the King, and then also he has a lot of love and bromance with Unsub, the quirky, fun, kind of clownish character that Udo Hwan plays in our Earth. So I think Lehmann Ho's character grows to love both of them just because of the high ethics that both of them have in each universe. So then Taylor and Gon finally meet up for a drink, for food. Taylor's warming up to Lehmann Ho's character, and this is where I think it gets better because they're eating. I love eating scenes in Korean dramas. I love Korean food, so it always is yummy. I love it when they eat the fried chicken or tongdak. I love it when they eat the chicken wings, the ramen, kimchi jjigae, everything. Korean food is just so delicious. And I also really like when they go to Korean barbecues, but this is all my favorite food. So I'm glad that they had a moment in a restaurant. There was another gratuitous Maximus scene, which is the horse, and it kind of just shows off Lehmann Ho's character as royalty. It's a very expensive looking horse. It's pure white, it's knight in shining armor, it's really playing into that romantic fantasy of a king and all that. But I don't know, did they necessarily need a horse in this drama? Maybe, just because it just shows off how stately and royal Lehmann Ho's character was. Then you see the prime minister and her mom, and you could kind of see how she became this grasping woman, really needing to make herself stand out, because her mother is very much a kind of like a smart lady, hardworking, and runs a very small restaurant, and still living there. So she didn't take advantage of her daughter's job as prime minister. She's still leading that lifestyle, which I think is admirable. Then the leading couple, they get closer. They're finally getting to a point where they have a lot more love interest, and this is where Lehmann Ho's character stops time, and this is where he finally sees where the time is. And I thought that that was kind of cool, because you get to see where the magic happens, I guess. And then you also see the uncle building his legion of enemy military soldiers, so that way you know that he's really he's gonna bring something to the drama. He's gonna try to take over Lehmann Ho's kingdom. He's gonna actually try to take over both universes at some point, and it's very diabolical. It's very Dr. Evil of him. I also saw that Lehmann Ho, he's trying to mathematically solve all of this problem, and it's kind of interesting because he has a whiteboard and he's like doing all these mathematical equations, because I mean, it doesn't make sense that the flute has this parallel universe, but I don't know if math is really going to solve it, but I'm not that into math. So then you see an electrical storm, you see Lehmann Ho's shoulder has lightning strikes, and I think that that plays an important part of him going back and forth into the different universes, and you see that kind of being played out in the next few episodes of the drama, so you definitely see that theme carried out. And then at the end of it all, you see that Gong goes back to his world, and you see that Terra is like confused, she's lonely, she finally starts to admit that she really has come to care for Lehmann Ho's character, and that's good. I think that that's where this drama really picks up. For me, definitely, you see like she went from a very angry, gritty, just in denial of everything about Lehmann Ho's character. Granted, it is very much a fantasy. I mean, he's saying he's coming from a parallel universe, which is really difficult to believe. So that part, I get it. But I think the actress herself has such a warm, cute personality that I wish it would have shown through much earlier, because she was really difficult to like in the first 3 episodes. Like, I just didn't really warm up to her at all. But when you see outtakes of this K-drama, she's very fun, she's very sweet, she's got such a cute personality that I wish she could have brought some of that into the first few episodes of this drama, because I feel like that part of it was missing, and that's why the chemistry wasn't as good with Lehmann Ho and her, in my opinion. What do you guys think? I think that this drama starts to pick up from here, and I really liked all of the way that they dressed up the Prime Minister. I thought she was just killing it with her outfits and just her hair and presentation. She was just a stunning lady, and it was kind of a contrast from Taeyo's character, the leading lady, where she was dressed more like a police officer, a detective, really dressed down with her hairstyle and makeup, and then you got the Prime Minister like super dressed up and just immaculate. So this drama was fun. Please like and subscribe to this video, because I'd like to grow a community of K-drama chats and just talking about our passions for K-drama. This is something that I do and really love, because I think it just brightens up my world. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to giving you another K-drama review soon.